Hello guys, the two loyal ones, the three loyal ones, the three people that texted me saying, what the hell is going on? Hey Crystal, how are you? I am so irritated, I'm so frustrated. The whole format has gone backwards today, but you know what, the show is going to go on. Maybe it will be a small one. I don't care, you're going to see a few different things. Hello Amy, hello Linda, Bob and Joey and Mark and who else is there? Yep. So, hello Candace Musicant. I haven't seen you in ages. Hope you are well during these crazy times. So, let me tell you, hello Stephen. Let me tell you what happened today. Stavros, oh my God. You know, everything was perfect. And I'm not going to tell you more than that. Except for the fact that I was in a bunker, a specifically created bunker to warden off the zombies, and everything was perfect, absolutely perfect today. And then I closed Safari. I closed Safari just to basically preserve and save a little bit of bandwidth on my computer, and it wouldn't reload. And it wouldn't reload, and I didn't think I needed Safari, but I needed, when I went to Facebook Live from Zoom, it wouldn't work because it was trying to open Safari. So if anybody knows how to change the friggin' default browser on Zoom so that it doesn't open Safari every time, I will be indebted to you for life. And eventually I restarted the computer, and of course my Mac said 17 minutes remaining for the update. So somehow it decided to do a huge computer-wide update. I don't know if Safari is back, and I don't care. But I guess I'll do the show that I was going to do today on Monday or tomorrow, etc. Hello, Todd and Dean. Linda, technology. Quirky is not the word that I was looking for. It starts with an F. But what am I going to do about it? So, hello, Brad. How's it going? Hello, Steve. So anyway, tomorrow, I'm going to go live again tomorrow. I'm going to go every day, every weekend day, because a weekend day is a weekday and a weekday is a weekend day, right? And hopefully everything will be working tomorrow. Hello, Tally. How are you? And did I say hello to everybody? And Brad? I'm not in front of a computer. I'm actually just using my phone today. Move around a little bit. I am going for a run after this. Hello, Tamara. Was it Tamara? I'm going for a run. First time, that's why I'm so perky. Even though I'm so pissed off and frustrated, I'm excited because I'm getting, hello, Larry, how are you? I'm getting out the house. I have not been out this house, other than going down to the mailbox in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks and a day. Except for when I got into my car and I drove to get my test. I have such cabin fever. I'm going so crazy, but I'm so excited. It's about 58, 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm getting out. So, I've got by the way, my 203 cap, gonna show off my area code and how proud I am to be living in Connecticut. And you know what? I'm going to try and run 5Ks. I was doing so well. You think about how your life changes, right? So I registered for the Brooklyn Half Marathon. This is actually the South Norwalk, the Run Sono. And I was in South Africa, and, I ran 14 miles in 5 or 6 days. Now it's all the way back to the beginning. And isn't that like part of this whole discussion, right? Isn't that part of this whole conversation? Just when you think you get out in front, just when you think you've got that edge, boom, you get cut off at the knees and you start again. But that's kind of the essence, right? That's the theme, whether we like it or not. Sometimes you got to start again. Sometimes you can choose to start again and reboot, and sometimes it's forced on you. And I was actually thinking, one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you guys today is this, unemployment. Right. So, but before I do, hello to Celia, Ophir, and I think I can see you out my window. And Doug is here, and Elaine is here, and Crystal. I am going to run off that frustration. I'm not sure, though, if I'm going to listen to music or if I'm going to listen to a podcast on the end of the pandemic. I haven't decided whether I'm going with talk, or probably whether that will make me run faster or slower, or just music. I'm not really sure. By the way, Amy said, just like a big pitch when the deck won't open and the music won't play, except it's just us here. Well, exactly. It's just us friends. Exactly. But it's not just us anymore, because I'm really trying to boost the production value of this. I'm really trying to experiment, but I'm changing it all the time, listening to you guys and just trying to tweak it. And actually, that's energizing me. The instability of it all actually energizes me. The fact that it's not a one size fits all. Look, if I find something that works, I'm going to do more of it. But, so yesterday I did a whole bunch of things. I put this onto YouTube for the first time, and I put it onto LinkedIn, and I put it on Twitter, and I put it on Instagram TV, on IGTV. So I'm really trying to button it up now and merchandise it and spread it. So what started on Zoom and then got syndicated on Facebook is now moving around. CoronaTV is evolving. Hopefully not like the pandemic. We don't want that pandemic to mutate. So I didn't use the word mutate. Maybe a bad choice of words as well. Jan said, is this opportunity for the next bigger thing versus Zoom et al. Endeavors we speak, I guess. I can never follow you, Jan. I'm trying. And of course, Zoom is going to come back strong with lessons learned and more robustness. I don't know if they will. They seem to be a little bit greedy and a little bit lazy. I'm not really sure. I mean, I could not. I'm a semi-intelligent person. I'm not that smart. In fact, I'm dumb. But I could not find, surely there is the ability to associate a different browser with Zoom. It makes no sense. But anyway, what's done is done, guys. We move on. We focus on a few important things. Hello, Avi Maltz from Israel, Alan Jaffe from Cape Town, Michelle Kaplan from, where do you live, Michelle? I'm just kidding. Westport, Connecticut. Alan Gaffin, how are you doing, Alan? I know you're in the US, but I'm not sure where exactly. And Jeff Carroll, Jeff, where do you live? I don't really know. Todd says, oh my God, if you're dumb, I worry for the rest of us. I've actually started, yes, I do normally wear glasses. That's right, Linda. But I have my contacts in because I'm going for a run. One of the things as well, I'll get back to the unemployment thing. New Jersey, that's right, you've always been there. Todd's in Missouri, the show me state. That's where my daughter goes to school. One of the things about the format is mixing it up, and it's such a great meta lesson in life. We need routine. It's important. We need structure, but sometimes the art is the difference between what is fixed and immovable and what is flexible and variable. I know, for example, I don't know if Brad is still on. Brad is a legend, a giant in the marketing business, worked at Pepsi for many years. That's the whole thing, right, about fast culture and slow culture. What is immutable? What can never change? What is universal? What is classic? And then what is completely up in the air? What is up for grabs? I'll talk about that on the show tomorrow, because I'll talk about how brands are actually dealing with and coping with COVID, and how some are being quite flexible as well. And hello, Mr. Minsky. How is it going? Todd said, "Don't forget to shave, bro." No, I think it's a little bit of a caveman. I mean, this is 3 months growth for me, so I kind of like a little bit of the stubby growth, although it does get itchy. And by the way, a little power tip for those of you looking to social distance and stay away from the virus. It doesn't help to itch and scratch your face all the time. Probably not much of a best practice as well. So I'm going to just maybe mention, I think today will just be a little bit of free form, as I've been doing, saying hello to all of you. If you guys want to shout out, go for it. If you have a question or a comment, I'm only teasing you, Jan. You're absolutely a local and a regular, and I will never bite the hand that feeds me. But 3 million people applied for unemployment, and this isn't okay, so you've got all the people that are part of the gig economy. You've got a lot of undocumented. You've got a lot of people here. There's much more people that are kind of going through a tough time. That are going through the crapper, if you will. But I wanted to spend a bit of time talking about if you are one of those unemployed. Maybe you've never been unemployed before. Maybe you've never been laid off before. Maybe you've never been rejected before. Maybe you've never been told no before. Chances are you have on a personal level, but from a professional standpoint, maybe not. And, one of the things that certainly I've experienced in my life, in my career, even in my corporate career, was that ultimate rejection. But certainly in the startup world, in the entrepreneurial world, it is all about rejection. It is all about no. I remember a venture capitalist at a conference standing up and he said, if an entrepreneur comes up to me, if a founder comes up to me and is looking for money, I ask him and I say, how many times have you been told no? And the entrepreneur says, you mean in my life, in this current iteration of asking for money? And the VC guy said, no, today. How many times have people told you no today? It makes you stronger. Like what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. And look, we wouldn't wish any of this on our worst enemy. We shouldn't wish it on our worst enemy. But for all of you right now that are claiming unemployment benefits, maybe for the first time, if you're trying to make sense of it all, if you're trying to find some good, something to cling on to, remember this pain, remember this moment. And if anything motivates you, maybe that motivation is to make sure that this never happens again. Do everything in your power to fight this, to push off against this. Maybe there's a side hustle. Maybe you're going to use this time to learn a new craft, a new trade, read vociferously, learn new skills. You felt maybe that you were, by the way, I'm realizing this angle may not be so good if you're staring down my nostrils. That's a bit gross, right? Hello, Justin and David, welcome. But, there's no excuses anymore. There are no excuses when ultimately, after this, it's not going to be acceptable if you say, well, I'm not so good on social media. Well, I've always been wanting to figure out how to create a movie on iMovie, or I've been meaning to get on that TikTok thing. No, do it now. Do it now. Take this opportunity. Even though there's no money coming in, doesn't matter. This is the time when we all go back to school. This is our education. This is the school of hard knocks. This is our moment to basically stand up and be counted. This is what happens to us in a crisis situation. The classic fight or flight or freeze. What are you going to do? Don't run away and don't freeze. Fight. Fight hard. Come back strongly. Come back strongly. And I don't mind if you're a competitive SOB. I don't mind if you want to obliterate your competition when things kind of get back to normal. But right now, of course, let's all stand together. Let's all work together. Let's all move together to be able to conquer and overcome this adversity and help us. Todd just said, amen. If you're forced to be off, you have the chance to do that thing that you've always wanted to try. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is that moment, of reckoning. And we can all do this. We can all do this. We have it in us. Alan said, I'm trying to click on that. Why doesn't the see more thing want to work? In the utilities consulting space, we see a change where less travel is going to help folks on a personal level. And then it just says M because my little fat fingers don't want to open it. Why won't it open? Oh, there it is. Going to help folks on a personal level, more balance versus total road warrior. Yeah, I spoke about this yesterday. Hello, Hans. How are you? I spoke about this yesterday on CoronaTV. And I spoke about how, the commute, the insane commute, it makes no sense. If we can come out of this and actually figure out a way to look, 30-minute, like we should basically as a human race determine what is acceptable in terms of commute. I mean, think about that. Anything more than, I don't know, 45 minutes either way is just not okay. It's not okay. You know, and you know what? Our company should pay us more money if we're going to commute an hour, hour and a half, or whatever the case may be. We should never, ever have to, you know, if we're working at 8 hours and we're spending 4 hours in addition commuting, that does not compute. It does not lead to a healthy mind, and it does not lead to a healthy body. And the only exception from my side is what I would call a quality commute. And I don't even know what a quality commute is. A quality commute might be, okay, and here's a little bit of a spin on this. Hello, Bev, how are you doing? How are the Uriahs doing? And hello, Shannon. But a quality commute for me is the ability to get a seat on the train. Hey, Stephen, how are you? A quality commute, well, that's not all. A quality commute for me is Wi-Fi, which none of the Metro North trains have at the moment. It's very spotty. You got a tether, and it's not awesome. In fact, it sucks. Metro North is built to suck. A quality commute for me is to listen, exactly Alan's saying, time to read. Read, you know, continue those books that you started during this time when you stayed home. You know, read, continue to learn, study, do a course. Be inspired through listening to podcasts. You can learn so much. There's so much content out there right now. That's the quality part of the commute. But what is not quality is being away from home, you know, for more time than you should have spent, and not spending time with your kids and your spouse, and not contributing to your community and giving back, and not exercising and making sure that our immune system is strong, because this really whacked us. It whacked our immune system, those underlying conditions. So that, you know, that's my message. Hello, Mark. How's it going? That's my message to you right now. If you are the unemployed right now, first of all, you got to believe that it's temporary. You have to have faith that it's temporary. And if it is permanent in terms of your job or your industry, then you will find something else. You have to find something else. How would you not? Why do you have so little faith in yourself that you don't believe that you can bounce back? Of course you can. And it's not just you, it's everybody. And we're in your corner, and you're in our corner too. So have that belief, have that self-belief, have that confidence. Believe that the sun will rise. But right now, if you are the unemployed, you have something that maybe no one has right now. You have the ability. You've been forced to introspect and to take stock and to examine your priorities. And you know, I may have mentioned this a few days ago. If you are unhappy in your job, of course you're hurting now because you're unemployed. But you've been given a chance to say, you know what, life is too short to be miserable. So, you know, as I mentioned, this is a manic existence we live in right now. I look, you know, out my window and everything looks fine. I wish the pool was open right now, but it isn't. You know, everything looks peaceful. Everything looks calm, but it isn't. The world has gone mad outside. And our mind plays tricks with us because of all this dissension right now in this country, because we're not really sure what to believe anymore. A headline on Facebook, was that headline taken out of context? Was that the Russians again? Was that, you know, the left calling the right or the right calling the left? We're not really sure what's real. Do we have to go down to the hospitals in New York to look at these makeshift morgues and realize that this is deadly serious and real? Hopefully not. But right now, if you are fortunate to be unemployed, what do I mean by that? If you are fortunate to be in your home, to be safe, to be sound, to be healthy, to be with your loved ones. Yes, they may be complaining. Yes, homeschooling is tough. Yes, distance learning is tough. Yes, you've locked your spouse in the cupboard. We've seen all of those videos going around. But that phrase, think about it, at least you have your health. I mean, has that ever been as pertinent and as relevant and as powerful as now? So it is Friday. I conquered adversity today. I mean, a ridiculous amount of adversity. I couldn't get the Zoom to work and the PowerPoint to work and the Safari to work and the QuickTime to work. And I ended up saying, what am I going to do? So I just went live. I just Bill O'Reilly. I won't use the F word because now I'm sharing this out. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. So that's what we're doing. I did it live today. I did something completely different. I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I fought instead of freezing. I froze for a while, but then I fought and I fought back. And I just leave you with a thought, which is, I once started creating a training program. I never ended up actually doing it for a bunch of reasons, but it was called PowerPoint Doesn't Suck, You Do. And, and part of it was just really to kind of, deliver this message, which is that we can make the most out of any tool and out of any predicament and out of any challenge. Ultimately, it's up to us. It's up to us how we handle it, how we respond, and how we fight and how we bounce back. And I can tell you, pretty much the only thing that I did today that I had planned was one line that said unemployed, and I wanted to talk about that. And I did it. And I feel good about the way I delivered it because this was spontaneous. It wasn't forced. It wasn't contrived. It wasn't scripted. I'm never scripted. And this was about as real as it gets. Justin Whitaker said, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. Words to live by these days. Yeah, you see, even within that, we'll do it live. And we'll do it right now. Forget about real-time tweets. This is about real-time life. Real-time life. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday or Saturday or whatever day it is today, night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We made it through another day. We made it through another day. We get to fight another day. We get to start again tomorrow. And don't let it be Groundhog Day. Don't let it be Groundhog Day. Don't go through the motions. Find something new and something spontaneous and something that gives you joy and build on that and embrace it and celebrate it. And I will see you guys, whomever, if I can get my SH1T together, I will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll see if I can go this week all the way through tomorrow and Sunday. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.